Hello friends, my name is Ashlee Stormo. I'm an aspiring screenwriter and I wanted to share with you how I revisited my screenplay that I wrote about 6 months ago. I wanted to spruce it up for a contest that I was submitting it to, and I had a very small timeline. Screenwriting to do, so much editing to do. I'm actually working towards a contest deadline. This Sunday I'm having my mom and dad read my script because it is inspired by them, so I want to make sure that, you know, I got all the details right and they don't have any objections, and so they can tell me what they do and don't like. So I have 7 days to edit an entire screenplay. The first thing that I did when I went about editing was I gave myself 2 days to reread everything and just make notes on problems that I had with character development, with plot twists, with pacing, and with dialogue. Dialogue is the thing that I struggle with the most, which sounds silly because that makes up so much of the script. But I find it a little bit more difficult to make characters sound different from one another because all of their voices are just coming from me. So I tried to pay a special attention to the dialogue. After I made that brainstorm bubble list, I set out a schedule. I know exactly how many pages I can write per hour, and I know exactly how many pages I can edit per hour. I took out my calendar and I made a list for how much I had to do per day. And then every single day I just made myself edit that many pages. While my computer is charging, I'm going to finish my notes for what I need to do for the rest of the week. That's what I was working on last night. Basically, right now my screenplay is in chronological order, and I always knew I wanted it to be non-linear, but I waited until the editing process to rearrange it, which I will never do again because that sucks. But I'm basically breaking it up into the 3-act chart, but I'm doing a 3-act chart for the future and for the present to make sure that they both have the build-up that I'm looking for. And drawing it out really helped me because I was able to see what scenes that I should add in. And I also cut so much. I cut probably maybe 40% to 50% of my script, and I rewrote a lot of it very quickly. Some writing advice that I learned from an author by reading the little like interviews that they do at the back of their books was, she said, you should never edit within the document. So at work, I have my laptop, and then I also have the work desktop. So I have 2 screens available to me. On my laptop, I would pull up my old script, and then on the desktop, I would open up a new blank document and retype everything. By rewriting everything, it made me change details that I otherwise may have not noticed. Maybe I wouldn't have taken the time to edit it. I think it really helps to just retype everything completely. You can do that without 2 desktops too. You can just do a split screen situation. Hello friends, happy Friday. It's Friday already. I'm supposed to be done with my screenplay by Sunday, and I'm stressed out because I am not as far as I should be. And basically the reason I'm behind is because I have been spending my time adding in some scenes that I never got around to adding in. Other than the time constraint, it's going well. I'm not stressed at all. In the sense of like, when I was writing a book, I was stressed because I felt like, oh, I have to do this. But like when it comes to this, it's stressful because of the timeline, because I want to work on it so much more and put so much more effort into it because I love it so much and I want it to be so good. So the stress is like good, has good vibes. But yeah, today I'm gonna have to keep going. That whole trick of editing outside of the document instead of inside of the document, it really is adding so much time onto it, but it's so worth it. We're in the last stretch before the deadline of a screenplay that I've been working on since September, and yes, I have procrastinated on editing the final most important scene. So I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna work on editing my final scene. I've asked over on my Instagram for people to let me know what their favorite inspirational speech, from a graduation speech to a movie speech, cartoon, reel, what their favorite inspirational speech is. I'm going to binge
maybe an hour's worth of those, taking notes about the structure of what an inspirational speech looks like. And then I am going to quickly work on this project that I have procrastinated on. We love it. We love it. A day in the life.
Then I went and edited it for the last time, had my mom read it. She gave me notes, and then I really quickly edited that, sent it into my contest. I'm open to still making more changes on it. I don't think that just because I sent it in, that means that it's 100% done and there's no room for improvement. I would love to go back. From editing my first screenplay, I have a few takeaways. Thank you so much for watching my take on editing. Make sure that you're following SoCreate. They're fantastic. They're a fantastic resource. They have a lot of tools that have helped me during the editing process. They even recommend scripts, and they have professionals give their advice. So definitely make sure you're following them. Thank you so much. Good luck on your scripts. Let me know downstairs your tips on editing, what you're editing, and just whatever projects you're working on. I would love to hear about it.